Secretary of State.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. I know members across this House will be horrified and disgusted at the serious allegations of abuse against women in the TV industry that have emerged recently. Everyone has the right to be safe and treated with dignity. My honourable friend has met with Channel 4 recently about the serious allegations that have emerged around married at first sight. We are not satisfied as a government with the response that we have received, and I will be discussing this further with Channel 4 in the coming week. Mr Speaker, since we last met, we have launched a new partnership with Gareth Southgate and the King's Trust to provide mentors for young people as part of our commitment through the National Youth Strategy to ensure every young person in this country has somewhere to go, something to do and someone who cares, and launched Every Child Can to give young people, wherever they live, the chance to find their spark and build the confidence and positive relationships they need to succeed. As the World Cup gets underway, and after such a strong start, the whole House will join me in wishing both home nations every success.
And that Bolton Wanderers got promoted. Free to swallow.
Thank you very much, Mr Speaker. Whether it is cheering along to every one of those England goals or bawling our eyes out as we watch the heartbreaking social drama Tiptoe, or even following the latest twists and turns from Westminster from trusted news sources, it's undoubtable that public sector broadcasting enriches all of our lives. We've heard about a lot of the challenges today, but what can my right honourable friend do to champion public sector broadcasting and make sure that it is fit and ready for the future?
Well, he will have heard the answer that I gave earlier to colleagues about the future of the BBC, and the government is committed to ensuring that the BBC is set up on a sustainable basis for the future through the Charter Review so that it can thrive for many years to come. But the BBC, he is right to say, is not the only public service broadcaster in this country. We have public service broadcasting that is the envy of the world, and this government is determined to do everything that we can to support and safeguard it, including challenging where necessary, as we have with the response to Married at First Sight by Channel 4, when we believe that those standards are not being upheld.
Nigel Huddleston, Shadow Secretary.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. I'd like to echo the Secretary of State's introductory comments just there, and in particular congratulate England and Scotland on a great start to the World Cup. Now, since coming to power, this government has cut funding for school sport, listed places of worship, tourism marketing and so much more, and yet found billions for welfare, Chagos and inflation-busting pay rises for their union mates. And last Sunday, the Secretary of State went on telly to say she's in discussions about cutting DCMS spending even further. Well, where and when and who's to blame for this? Is it the Prime Minister for his weakness and failure to tackle welfare spending, or is it the Chancellor for her utter economic incompetence?
One of the things that I learned, Mr Speaker, at school was that the answer to multiple choice questions was usually option C. And he missed out option C because the real answer to his question is who is to blame for the situation that this country is in. It's him and his colleagues for the appalling mess that they made over 14 years of Conservative government, where they cut our armed forces to a size that hasn't been seen for generations. They refused to treat our veterans with respect, and they crashed the economy and left working class people in every nation and region paying a very heavy price. Now, we are investing, Mr Speaker. We've announced the biggest uplift to arts funding in a single parliament ever in history. We're investing additional resources in young people to turn around the life chances of a generation, and we've invested more than £1 billion in school sports, something his government squandered.
Got to join that. I've only got 4 minutes left, and I'm just got to get through this order. Andrew Lewin.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. There are not one but two England teams that currently have a 100% success record in World Cups. The cracking result against Croatia last night, but the England women's cricket team in the World T20 are 2 from 2 in their games in the tournament so far. So will my right honourable friend say a little bit more about how we're going to capitalise on the success of the women's World T20 and make sure cricket is a sport that grows and is available to all?
Can I just say, please help me, because nobody's going to get in. Please.
Well, the Honourable Gentleman is absolutely right, and I'd like to congratulate England on their brilliant win last night. But he is right to mention the T20 World Cup. I was delighted to be at the tournament launch. I held the Women's Sports Task Force in Southampton to coincide with the match on Tuesday. We as a government are investing £3 million in all-weather domes. I visited the ECB schools programme in my constituency of Wisborough, which is increasing attendance in cricket in state schools.
Pete Wishart.
Mr Speaker, we're now over a year from the government's debacle over its consultation on AI and creative industries, where there does seem a welcome commitment towards the copyright framework. Website owners still cannot see who's taking their content, and rights holders, publishers and journalists are watching the work being scraped in real time. There was a commitment to transparency, so when are we going to see the government's plans?
Mr Speaker, as the Secretary of State for DCITS laid out on the 18th of March in this House, we're taking forward 4 big strategic priorities: digital replicas, AI labelling, creator control and licensing, to try and get this right. No country in the world has been able to resolve this problem. The UK has a unique place to be able to try and resolve it, and we want to work across this House and indeed with both industries, tech and creative industries, to make sure we get it right.
Jonathan Davis.
Mr Speaker, the National Centre for Arts and Music Education is due to be up and running this September. Can the Minister tell us, will it be ready in time, who will run it, and give us an overview of its remit?
Secretary of State.
Can I thank him for his question? We are working very closely with the Department for Education in order to ensure that the National Centre is launched in September, and we will, of course, update him and the House very shortly on the progress that we're making.
Jones.
Much, Mr Speaker. Grassroots sports clubs are at the heart of our communities, like Wokingham Town Football Club in my constituency. Many clubs struggle to find and maintain facilities and equipment. Would the Secretary of State consider convening twice-yearly meetings of grassroots sports governing bodies to strengthen collaboration and advocacy for community sport?
Well, I'm grateful the government is fully committed to working with the sports sector to support our vital grassroots clubs. We work closely with Sports England, our arm's length body, to engage with grassroots sports across the country and ensure all sports are seen, heard and supported. Rather than duplicate existing forums, I welcome the creation of groups such as the National Governing Body Coalition and look forward to working alongside them to effectively support the sector.
Bishop Ferguson.
Mr Speaker, can the Secretary of State advise what steps are going to be taken and what funding provided to encourage young people to take up sport, drama and other activities when the social media ban comes into place?
Through the National Youth Strategy, we were absolutely horrified to find that a majority of young people in this country spend all or almost all of their free time alone in their bedrooms online. As part of the commitment to keeping young people safe online and helping them to get out of their bedrooms and go out into the real world, we've been really pleased to announce a significant uplift in funding to young people to ensure that we build the next generation of youth clubs, grassroots sports facilities, rebuild youth work and ensure every young person has those opportunities. And
Thank you, Mr Speaker. Recognising the answers that the Right Honourable Lady gave earlier, can I ask her to make sure that before the Charter Review comes out, that she absolutely emphasises the need for radio news? Many people don't get to watch television news. I'm sure she'll be travelling later today and won't be able to watch the TV. So can I ask her at this early stage to make sure that the BBC do recognise just how important these radio news programmes are?
Radio, come on.
Can I wow, okay. Can I not associate myself with those remarks, but also agree with him about the importance of radio and about regional news as well. Recently, the outgoing Director of the BBC, Director General of the BBC, told me that regional news now has greater reach than national news. That includes local radio as well, and we will, of course, make sure that that becomes a priority through the Charter Review.